Hello all
You
and
said you're
welcome.
gonna blow me up. I was like, holy shit,
No,
yo.
I didn't mean that. Welcome all and hello all and welcome to Mike's Awesome Show, where I'm part of another YouTube channel, but this is my personal channel. Now, we have my friend Monica. Say hello.
Hello.
Now, she's gonna talk about random stuff. I'm gonna talk about random stuff. Give a shout out to
He
the
just
Losers
said to
Club.
blow me up, but he didn't mean it figuratively, he meant it like the other way, and I was just like, I don't want to be blown up.
No, I had to make the thing bigger. See, the thingy's bigger. I don't know why it's showing my mouse all of a sudden. I told it not to show my mouse. It's like
Yeah, just
whatever.
like shove my mouse.
Also, on other channels, it gets on my nerves when you see the little recording thing. Put it on your other screen if you have another screen. Just throwing that out there, people. Now, we're gonna play a game.
Oh no.
This is my channel. I can do whatever I want with no restrictions. So we're gonna
Oh no.
we're gonna screen share, and Monica's gonna read memes with me.
Oh no. Okay, I guess so. We're doing it off of yours.
Yes.
Okay,
If I can figure out how to screen share. I haven't done this in a while.
it's not that hard. It's not that hard, man. It's not that hard.
It's complicated, okay? I haven't figured it out yet.
It's not that hard, man. You got this. I showed you what to do.
Oh,
Go to the
figured it
corner
out.
with the little
Figured it
dot.
out. Figured it out. Figured it out. Figured it out.
uh,
Wait a minute.
it'll probably take him a bit. It's okay.
Okay, is my screen sharing? Can you see it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I
Cool.
can see it.
I'm gonna create a paradox by going that screen. So,
Oh no. uh,
hold on a minute, guys. There's my paradox. So let's see. Nope. 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 Yes, that's the screen I'm sharing, right?
yes.
You see my mouse moving around?
No.
Do you
But yes. Yes.
do you see my recording software now?
Yeah.
Did it go away?
Just now it's back.
Okay, it's back
Okay.
now. Did it go
Yeah.
away?
Yes, because you took it off the screen.
It's not. Well, then I'm recording the wrong goddamn screen. I got too much shit. Can you see my mouse moving now?
Yes.
Okay, then we're recording the right screen. Sorry for the technical difficulties, people. I'm not gonna edit that out. Let's commence with the meming. Meming.
He's new to this.
First time using Skype for this.
uh.
So we're gonna type in figuratively blowing up memes.
Oh god, the one with the little girl is classic.
I farted and my house blew up.
That reminds me of something Vic would say.
It's time to blow stuff up.
That one's not funny. I don't know, that one just doesn't make me laugh. That is bad. Very
Oops.
bad.
That's even worse. You know
Yeah,
what?
it is.
You know what? Kim Jong Un can hate me on YouTube. It's there now, immortalized.
Um, I think he's dead.
No, he's alive.
Are you sure? Because there's rumors going around right now that apparently he died from like a heart attack or something.
He had
It
heart
started like,
surgery, and yes, he might be dead. But the funny part is, they have video pictures of him being drug around by soldiers, which people were making fun of that Weekend at Bernie's movie joke.
oh god.
Hey, we can actually look those up now. K-I-M M-E
Meme and oh sh.
memes. Oh, this one's always great.
With this technology, we will bring.
See,
It's all a freaking floppy disk.
there's one of them.
Yeah, supposedly he died and nobody knows what the heck happened.
This one's great. Who would win? PSI from Gangnam Style or an egg from a strange metal bird?
I'm assuming the strange metal bird.
Kim Jong-un. I've seen this one, it's his soldiers, like, walking. Or they're all standing there, if I can find it. That's the one I really wanted to show you. And they're like...
Is it that one?
No. This one, the one that I saw was him, yeah, like that. Something similar to this. But he's standing up and they're like holding him, and it's obviously his head's tilted to the side, and it looks like... Yeah. Well, anyway, let's get off of this depressing one. Now we'll go to SpongeBob memes.
I like SpongeBob.
I know you do.
I'm secretly too in disguise.
SpongeBob most memed moments.
Memed moments.
I can't read that shit.
You can't read.
When I find out who's been spending all my money.
Yeah, instead of yeah. It's bad.
Oh God.
When does Mercury go into retrograde?
I have no idea what that even means.
It's an astrology thing.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I'm retarded and don't know all this stuff.
Really need this job. Check's been coming. I'm heading out.
That is great. That is so true.
Every single day of my life.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh, you know what? So on the SpongeBob topic, okay, so you know how originally it was supposed to go to, like, they say it was supposed to go to MTV because SpongeBob was supposed to be gay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly now Nickelodeon is actually confirming that SpongeBob is in the LGBTQ area.
Why?
I don't know, that's just what Nickelodeon's saying. But I can tell you right now, Steve Hellenberg is probably tossing and turning in his grave being like, you motherfuckers.
He died?
Yeah, like a year or two ago now?
Who is that? The guy that did SpongeBob's voice?
No, he's the creator of SpongeBob.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
At least we still got Patrick jacking off, whatever that is.
Have you never seen that episode?
No.
Okay, so that's the episode where SpongeBob thinks he wants to be a jellyfish, and freaking Patrick goes and hides on top of a rock, and stares him down, and is like,
"Oh God,
I see you." Oh God, what the hell?
I love what they chose to use for the.
Yeah, I know. It's awful.
Customer, I want to speak to your manager, me. Your manager. That's how you get fired. Not tough, semi-tough, extreme tough.
Extreme tough.
Uh-oh. when I put a blanket on my dog, even though it may not be comfortable.
Me. Me. Literally with Sparky. Every day.
You're like, I hope he didn't hate me. When teacher walks up to you during an exam and looks at your paper, then shouts, "Guys, make sure you read the questions carefully."
That had happened so much in high school.
I had a teacher that made a test one time. I swear to God, I failed that test because the teacher fucked me over. She made all the answers to every question A. So I was like, there's no way in hell that these are all A. So after about like the fourth one, I said, you know what? I don't know any shit about this. I'm just gonna fucking. I guess I don't know anything about this. It made me think that I was the stupidest motherfucker in the class. So I just started guessing answers. Let's put a C there, and then we'll put a B there. Well, that looks like that could use a D. I told the teacher, I said, low key, I'm probably gonna fail that test. All the answers are coming out as A, so I just kind of put some other answers. I couldn't lie to her. And then she looked at me wide-eyed and said, well, what if the answers are all A? And I went, fuck! And then I left. I was like, well, time to repeat a grade.
Well, no, see, what happened was, me and Vic were in the same... I like to lick... That is so bad. But anyways, no, me and Vic were in the same class, and we had a math test, and my teacher at the time told us that here's the answers. It was B, B, D, B, B, A, right?
Yeah.
Like in that order / not in that order for every single question, right? And that's what she told us. Well, you see, Vic was kind of like behind me, and he was like following my thing, and I forgot what she had said were the answers, and so I was over here like C, D, B, D, B, B, A, and I ended up failing with like a 40,
Why?
and somehow he ended up with a higher grade than me, and yet he copied my test.
Wow. So he copied your test and then failed too?
Basically, but he got like a higher failing grade than I did.
How? Because he changed one answer?
Yes.
The only one that was right was the answer he changed?
Yes.
There is literally no way to convey sarcasm through written text. True. What the fuck?
I only understand this because that's a girl thing.
Yep.
Except it takes me like 20 minutes to do my makeup. It doesn't take me an hour. It takes Jess an hour. Because she's like, is this the right shade? No, I don't think this is the right shade. But it's okay, because if you guys understood, she is like pale as shit. I feel that on so many levels.
You ever have stuff that you break, and then it just ends up missing. You just don't put it back, like a knick-knack or something tiny, and it takes days and days, and then finally someone notices, hey, wasn't there a thing here? And then your mom's like, there was a thing there. I don't remember what it was though. And then you just like, oh, thank God. But you can't.
All the damn time.
You can't throw it away because they'll see it in the trash. So then you have to hide it somewhere. And then randomly, when they're moving in 30 years from now, they're like, huh. And then we had a cubby hole under the under the staircase. Oh look, and there's that knick-knack that was missing. Whatever happened to it? Oh, it's broken.
Okay.
Okay.
So, funny story. Funny story. So, back when I was around, I want to say 6 or 7, my mom had this giant glass dolphin that would sit on top of the piano. One day I got so frustrated with my piano lessons, I slammed down the cover for the piano, and the dolphin fell and shattered. Keep in mind, my mom wasn't home. The babysitter was, and she had told the babysitter multiple times, make sure she does not slam down the cover.
Wow. So you were screwed.
So the babysitter goes, sweeps it up, throws it in a bag, digs a hole in the backyard, and buries it.
You know what's funny? You'd think that she was covering for your ass, but no. She was going to swear up and down that she needed this job and that the robbers took it. It had nothing to do with Monica. Monica didn't break it. She didn't slam that piano. I did everything you say. Now you need to look at them robbers, because I got to go home for a while. I'll be back tomorrow.
No, she claimed that, that a couple of my friends came over, and a couple of her friends were over, like their older sisters and older brothers came over, and one of them took it.
Oh, it got stolen? Hell yeah.
2 weeks later, the husky I had at the time, Balto, goes and digs it up.
Damn dog.
And brings the bag to me and starts barking. And I forgot what was in there. And I go, hey Mom, what's this? And she opens the bag, realizes that the freaking dolphin is in there, and goes, I thought your babysitter said someone stole it. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I wasn't paying attention. Never heard from that babysitter again.
And you know what's funny? You got off clean.
Yeah,
that lying-ass babysitter. Lying-ass babysitter. And you're over there just like, what is this? That was the greatest reaction. You know that stupid reaction you had because you forgot? That was the reaction your mom wanted to see, so she knew right then and there. She's telling the truth.
Yeah, basically, but I knew exactly what it was.
So, if they watch this YouTube video, are you in trouble still?
I mean, I'm 25 now.
Yeah, but like, my dad used to tell me that you're never too old for me to beat your ass. That's literally how he put it. And then I used to
my mom is on the other side of Texas.
Oh, good. Then you're good.
She's like 2-3 hours away from me.
Hey, can you imagine? Can you imagine getting a text in the morning? Come outside. I'm outside, and you're like, "What? My mom's here. That's weird." And all of a sudden, you step outside and you just get hit with a chancla. It's right upside the head. Ow!
Just be like, pop.
and it's just like, don't lie to me again. And she gets in the taxi and leaves. 3 hours there and 3 hours back just to beat you with a chancla.
I can totally see that. Fucking Mexican mothers, man.
Could you see the poor taxi driver like? Man, you really look pissed off. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm not taking you to murder someone, am I? No, you're good. You're not going to be on TV.
No. So she actually doesn't even know I'm doing anything with YouTube, and even then, she probably won't remember this, and because she didn't even remember I was allergic to mushrooms.
Why were you popping mushrooms? You and your mom have a weird relationship.
No. She made cream of mushroom soup. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was cream of chicken. I ate it, and I started getting red blotches all over the place. So I was like, is there mushrooms in this? And she was like, yes. And I was like, you realize I'm allergic to mushrooms. You're my mom. And she was like, oh, whoops.
I just had this hilarious thought. I feel sorry for Tommy Chong because that guy, his wife must hate him. Because literally she's like, I need you to go to the store. And he's like, yeah, okay. She's like, are you listening? And he's like, baked out of his mind. Yeah. She's like, I need you. And she mentions a whole list of things. And one of them is mushrooms for the dinner she's cooking. She's going to put it in there for a dinner party for all these people. All this motherfucker hears is, right on, she wants some mushrooms. So he gets said mushrooms and puts them in said soup. But little does she know, they're not the mushrooms she was hoping for. Next thing you know, the whole dinner party is climbing up the wall going, "Get away from me! It's a dragon!" And Chong's in the background going, "Right on, man."
That's so funny.
This shit that goes through my head.
No, I was asking about this the other day. So, okay, so you know what the Mandela effect is, right?
Yes, yes. People think that the Mandela guy died, but he didn't die. People swear up and down it's the Mandela effect.
Okay, so do you remember back in the day, the old Disney movies?
Mm-hmm.
Where, okay, and tell me if I'm wrong if you've ever seen this. And if any of you in the comments, please tell.
Did we lose you? We lost you. Hold on. You went mute.
I went mute?
There you go. You're back. Okay. Sorry, we
What
have
happened?
crappy internet. You just went mute. Okay, say it again.
Okay, so tell us in the comments if you ever have seen anything like this, ever. Okay, so, the old Disney movies?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how, like, back in the day where, like, Tinkerbell used to fly over the castle and, like, hit the sign for the Disney sign and, like, the movie would start?
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly that was never a thing.
I clearly remember that.
It was never a thing.
I clearly remember that. You know what? I'm going to go and get me some VHS tapes now. Like old school, unaltered VHS tapes from someone's collection. And I'm going to play that shit. And I'm going to determine once and for all if Disney and the government's fucking with me.
They have YouTube videos about this. They have YouTube on this. That's what YouTube's for.
No, but I want to get like an actual VHS player, figure out how to hook it to my computer so I can record. And I'm going to just start playing the openings of VHS tapes. And if I can get one goddamn VHS tape where Tinkerbell flies over and does what we're all used to her doing, then hell yeah.
Oh, also, do you remember the Berenstain Bears?
I heard something about this one, but no, I hadn't seen it.
Yeah, so they also said that it's not Berenstain Bears, it's Berenstain Bears.
See? Fucking my childhood up now, okay?
It was never Jiffy peanut butter, it was only Jif peanut butter.
Jiffy. I could have swore there was a Jiffy at one point.
Yep.
You heard the mirror on the wall one.
Yeah. It's not mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all. It was something else. On top of that, you remember how in Star Wars it used to be Luke, I am your father? It's not Luke, I'm your father.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this shit trips me out. Like, it legitimately gives me nightmares. I'm just like, there's a parallel fucking paradox around here somewhere. I had to jump back in there and get my life back.
You know the one that everyone gets wrong on the Disney one where the magic mirror on the wall one? Well, that one was solved. If you read the actual original book, it says mirror, mirror on the wall.
Yeah, I know. It says mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest on the wall. But apparently it's supposed to say mirror, mirror on the, or magic mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all. But that was never a thing. It was always mirror, mirror. And I'm just over here like, what is this shit?
Disney went and changed it for their movie.
That's what everybody claims.
But I could have swore as a kid that it said
Mirror, mirror.
on the wall.
Yeah.
Also, what was with school rumors? Remember when you were a kid and you had the school rumors? One of the school rumors, and don't ask me why we spread this shit, was that Charles was, whatever his name is, Marilyn Manson.
Charles Manson?
Yeah, removed one of his ribs so he could blowjob himself.
I've never heard that one.
Oh yeah, it went around my school. Everyone used to go. Used to tell like they used to do these like where you talk about like music and stuff. What bands do you like? And someone goes, "I like Marilyn Manson," and this guy goes, "Yeah, well, you know he had his bottom ribs removed, both of them on both sides, so he could bend over
Oh,
further and he could suck his
Marilyn
own."
Manson. Yeah, yeah, no. I heard some rumors about that, but that was like E News type rumors. Like you would legitly like be watching like E News in the middle of the night because you had nothing better to do because they had like little like random comedy shows on there, and like
No,
randomly
be
they were like
honest. Be
Marilyn
honest.
Manson.
No, be honest. You watched it for the Girls Gone Wild ads.
Actually, no. There was I like to watch the E True Stories and watch how freaking stupid people were like back in their like early 20s and be like, ha ha, ha, that'll never be me. And now I'm sitting here with my dog and I'm just like, yeah, that really isn't me.
You're like, where did my life go? I fucked up.
Yep.
It's all fun and games till Michael Jackson gets reincarnated.
Don't freaking say that. So apparently, for the longest, they were like, "Oh no, Michael Jackson's ghost! Michael Jackson's ghost!" Have you ever seen that video?
No.
Okay, so there's a scary video on YouTube where it's like Michael Jackson's ghost still roams the halls here, blah blah blah, right? And out of nowhere, it's like Michael Jackson, like all decrypted and like corpse-like, and like he like pops up in the screen.
That's great.
And I laughed at that so hard. And my sister was like, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, "Okay, right." So I restarted the video, sat her in the chair, right? And I sat my brother right next to her, and my brother
Wow.
started screaming like a little girl.
That's great.
My grandfather broke the speakers
Why?
because you can all you hear was the hurrah from Michael Jackson, and you hear my brother screaming like a little girl. So my grandfather wanted to figure out how to cut off the sound, and I'm sitting there laughing my ass off, falling off the couch. And Melinda's sitting there laughing her ass off right next to me, and my dad's sitting there laughing, and my grandfather goes out there with his pocket knife and cuts the wires, and I'm just like, oh, god damn it.
Whose speakers were they?
Mine.
That's not good.
I was like, I need a new pair of speakers. So I went to Walmart and I found these itty bitty little cute little pink speakers.
Ew.
Right? Well, at the time I was kind of like going through like a girly phase. 'Cause, like, I was
No,
a
no, 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 no,
teenager.
no, 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 no. It has nothing to do with the color. I just hate
Okay.
small speakers. The speakers that I run in my room, not the ones on my computer, but the ones that I run on my actual sound system, are like some
Mhm.
120 watt big ass floor Pioneer awesomeness, shake the whole house, have a house party speakers. I don't fuck with those little tiny midgets.
Well, the thing was, at the time I was like 12.
Yeah, well, when I was 12, I was like, how can I fit this big ass subwoofer from a concert in my closet?
Well, see, I wasn't like allowed to have that kind of stuff at the time.
I'm a nerd. I
So,
was always a nerd. I was like,
well, don't get me wrong. I've always been a nerd. It's just like I've never been like so like tech savvy, I guess you could say. Like I've never wanted to be tech savvy, and then I ended up tech savvy. So I don't know how the hell that happened.
technical difficulties. If you were a
No,
wrestler, that would literally be your name. You'd be Mrs.
what?
Technical Difficulties.
Legitly.
You'd come out with a chair, and you'd literally be limping from all the crashes you've been in, and you would bust it right over the Rock's head, and you'd go, he's having some technical difficulties right now.
And just like that, I lose faith in our friendship. No, I'm joking.
No, it's okay. Because when he starts to swing at you, you have an out. You can just tell him, make him look like a bitch in front of everybody. Didn't your mama tell you not to hit women? Then when he questions it, hit him over the head again with a chair and be like, he's having more technical difficulties.
You're so dumb.
Later that night, he'll be in his hotel room, curled up in the corner, going, "I couldn't do it. I'm sorry." He'll be having a full-on emotional breakdown from all the brain trauma.
That sounds so bad on so many fucking levels.
Also, just so you know, not every wrestler takes a chair. Think back, and I'm going to blow your mind. Think back. You can think of so many different wrestlers, like Hulk Hogan and all them, hitting each other with chairs. But not once have you ever seen The Rock take a chair, have you?
Exactly.
He chooses to keep his brain cells, not lose his brain cells.
So he's just been hiding out his brain cells, like in the really back corner, being like, you know what, this is why I'm still smart and I can still speak in a clear sentence.
Also, I think of the weirdest shit, and you already know this, Monica. Here's the shit that I think of, okay? I was thinking about how great it would be one day if they filmed an episode of wrestling at a Walmart that was fully packed on a holiday. That would be great. Like just seeing The Rock standing in line with a soda and a foldy chair waiting to check out at self-check, just so he can take the chair outside and bust it over someone's head.
Yeah,
But
no.
then I got to thinking about it and I said, you know, a lot of corporations and companies like that have an inventory. There's a guy that's literally in charge of ordering things when they start to get low on things and keeping count of everything. So this poor bastard has to count and write off how many foldy chairs that got broke over someone's head. And he has to count every single chair in the auditorium because they sometimes steal the chairs from the auditorium. So he has to count every single chair, and he has to make sure that we have enough foldy chairs, that the Wrestling Federation has enough foldy chairs, that everyone can sit down, even though they keep breaking them all the time. Also, he has to make sure that he orders new ones and writes off the ones that are broken, and find a way to write them off as broken without coming off on an insurance claim as the adjuster guy reading the thing going, what the fuck? They broke like 50 of them in 1 year over someone's head? Like, what are they doing over there?
As bad as that sounds, yes.
This poor bastard. Can you imagine him sitting around the table at Thanksgiving? And there's always that one successful family member that everyone talks about. Oh, my son's going to Yale. He's going to become a doctor and a surgeon. He's going to save so many lives. So, what are you doing, Mr. Insurance Adjuster Jimmy? And Jimmy's like, I counted chairs today. What? Yep, I had to make sure that the Wrestling Federation had enough folding chairs. You know, with them kind of breaking them off over each other's heads all the time, I have to make sure that there's a legal limit.
Is there a bird in your background?
That's a cat toy. My cat's playing with a cat toy. Well, I'm playing with the cat toy, kicking it, and then my cat's playing with it.
Okay, I was just like, where the hell did the bird come from?
I'm talking about busting a foldy chair over people's heads, and all of a sudden you start hearing a canary. You're like, yeah. He didn't even hit anyone yet, and he's already hearing canaries.
I know. Okay, so I was on Facebook earlier because you know me, I sit there and I post like random shit like every freaking 5 seconds because I'm always bored because work sucks, like always. Doesn't it always? I mean, especially your work. I mean, you're like out in the sun all day.
Oh, I called in today. I wasn't feeling good. I've been coughing and trying to yak up stuff.
Ooh, you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm good now. I feel better. I'm gonna eat some spaghetti later and I should feel real great.
Spaghetti sounds good.
Unless it's shitty spaghetti. Nobody wants no shitty fake spaghetti.
Shitty spaghetti. Nuh-uh, that shit's awful. But no, so I was on Facebook earlier today, right? And there's an actual news article about this. And it says, and this is from NBCnews.com, right? It says, meth gators. Police warn flushing drugs could create hyper-aggressive alligators.
I've seen that shit. Also...
And then there's a meme on the bottom that said, who had meth gators for July?
Florida did. Changing the topic back again before I forget, because you're going to laugh at this.
Okay.
Speaking of fake food, I'm going to get on a rant about how much I hate when people do certain shit. You ever had Velveeta and then you melt it and you pour Rotel in it and you mix it all together and you dunk chips in it and
Yeah.
it tastes so delicious and amazing?
Yeah.
Then you got fucking Karen that believes that Velveeta should go on everything. Oh, we're having tacos tonight. And I'm like, oh, that's great.
Velveeta.
Yeah, that's great. I love tacos. And you stay at your friend's house. Next thing you know, it's weird ass grated Velveeta cheese. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It don't even taste right on a taco. All of a sudden, we're having a hamburger. And I'm like, oh, I don't like anything on mine because I'm a picky eater. I'm like, plain and dry. And they're like, well, you gotta have some cheese. Cheese is good, right? Velveeta. And I'm like, oh, Karen, just fucking stop. Leave Velveeta and queso where it belongs.
Okay, so speaking on that level, okay, so let's talk about the Karens real fast. And I know you're about to be like, oh my goodness, Karens shouldn't be a thing, blah, 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 blah. You know, that shouldn't be a thing that people are worried about. Okay, so supposedly there's a thing, there's an actual thing called the Karens Association. I didn't know this. I found this out today. My friend told me about it because she's got the Karen hair, supposedly, so they asked her to be part of the Karen Association. Apparently, it's a group of women, like anywhere between 18 and like 45, who go around searching Facebook for random people who look like they're a Karen. And
when they're not doing that, they're destroying Jimmy's tacos with Velveeta.
Exactly. But apparently they get offended when we talk about the Karens. So for you Karens out there that can't take a joke,
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I'm not apologizing for shit. I mean it 100%. Well, listen. I love tacos when it's the meat's perfect, it's the crunchy shell. My favorite part of all is the cheese on there. I don't like my cheese melted. No, I love it when my cheese is still cold and it tastes delicious. I don't want no goddamn Velveeta.
But what you didn't realize is I wasn't apologizing.
No, I'm not saying you weren't. I'm just letting them Karen ass bitches know I'm not apologizing. Like, they need to stop ruining food. And come on, you can't get a $7 block of Velveeta and make it last 2 months. That's ridiculous. You need to buy other types of cheese. You can't force your kid to eat that on a sandwich, also eat that on his tacos, also eat that on his burger, and then also eat that in cereal. Fuck that shit. You need to get into the normal society, Karen, and stop being a cheap ass. You need to buy regular sandwich cheese for your sandwiches. You need to buy regular grated cheese for all your cooking needs, like your tacos and your chalupas and then you need to buy your Velveeta only for your queso. Get it, got it, good. Take some notes. Your kids hate you.
Basically what I was trying to say, in a nutshell. But what I'm trying to get at is we're sorry that you feel like you deserve an apology if you think that we're going to eat that. But at the same time, we're also not sorry that you guys are kind of like a piece of shit in a way. So... Hashtag sorry, not sorry?
Yeah, hashtag sorry, not sorry. We need to start our own society called the Losers Club / the Society for People Against Karens.
There is one, actually.
No, but here's the thing. When I call someone Karen, I'm not saying that all white women are Karens. I'm not saying it in a racist way. Like, Karens are trying to say that we're being racist towards them because of how we're saying stuff. And I'm like, no. We're calling you Karen because...
Let me just point out one thing. My friend, she's Mexican. Apparently, she looks like she's a Karen. She even calls herself a Karen because of the fact of her hair. She's like, I'm a Karen now. She's like, take that, bitches.
That's another thing we'll get on to next. But as I was saying, I'm not calling you a Karen because I'm being racist. I'm calling you Karen because you're being a loud, rude ass woman with some poofy hair. There's a difference. If you had Karen hair and you were actually nice to me, I would not be rude to you in like a line somewhere. Not that I'm rude to people in public. I can speak more freely through my little podcast, but you know what I mean. But the part that gets me though is you get that Karen hair, and then all of a sudden that stick goes so far up your ass that you can't even understand why the food's wrong. You gotta yell at the little poor kid that's only been there his first day. I didn't know, the computer told me and I got the order wrong.
Speaking of that, my sister-in-law. Oh my goodness, she told me that this little old lady, right? Okay, so she just started working at Dairy Queen here in our little town over here. We're not going to say where we're at, but in our little old town over here, we have a Dairy Queen. My sister-in-law just started working there, right? It was her first day actually using the register. And, okay, so you know at Dairy Queen, they always ask you first, okay, what do you want to drink? Well, supposedly, she asked her, okay, what do you want to drink, right? And she's like, you didn't even take my order yet. Why do you want to know what I want to drink?
Because Karen needs to calm the fuck down. It doesn't always start with what you want to eat. If I worked at fast food, you can put it in any order you want. If I worked at fast food,
if you go to a fast food restaurant where they actually sit you at a table and they start you out, and what do they ask you? What do you want to drink?
Sit down restaurants. Yes, fuck you, Karen. You're just mad because you went to a fast food place hoping to get your food before your drink. And when the poor ass person was like, what do you want to drink? You're like, no, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Like, she legitly, like, started, like, fighting with my sister-in-law, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like, really?
When Karen loses her shit.
And a part of me was like, did you, like, reach over the counter and smack the bitch?
I'm gonna comb the internet, and I am going to look up the most Karen, funniest, craziest Karen videos. Like, I'm talking, like, full-on Karen brawls and fights, and we're gonna...
While you do that, I'm going to go get me a Dr. Pepper.
Okay, but listen, we're going to have a Karen night on my channel. And me and you are just going to screen share and watch Karens duke it out. Like those bum fight videos, but with Karens.
That sounds great, but I'll be right back.
Okay, everybody, while she's gone, I want y'all to know that I'm not trying to offend anybody except for Karens. And if your name is Karen, I don't hate you. I'm not trying to offend you. I'm trying to offend the people that need to be offended. The ones... Just because you have Karen hair doesn't mean you need to be offended. I'm offending the ones that are being assholes. If that makes sense. If you're going to be rude, and if you're going to be mean, if you're going to be whatever, then I'm going to call you Karen. Problem solved. Get it, got it, good. Now, on another note, like, subscribe, tell me what you think. This video, I'm going to put it up ASAP. I'm not going to wait. I'll post a video whenever I want. I thought about doing like a structured thing like some channels do, but then I was like, nope. I'll just put a video and I put a video. I'm sure it'll come to that, maybe. I'll post a video every Tuesday or something at some point, but for right now, we're just going to post as many as YouTube will allow us to post. And we're going to come up with cool content. Anything and everything that I think would just be hilarious. And I want to keep y'all entertained. Because y'all got to be entertained. Because if y'all aren't entertained, then y'all ain't entertained in me. If that makes sense. The intermission is almost over. As soon as Monica gets back. There we go.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. We missed you.
Oh no, I was missed. I should probably run away again.
Hey, I told YouTube that we were having an intermission, and it's all because of you, and that you were going to be back soon, and you came back, and I told him the intermission was over, so don't make me a lying ass bitch.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out later when you have to take a poop. Excuse me, guys, I gotta go
I'm
poop.
always having a pee.
And then you drink more soda, and then you go, oh, I gotta pee so bad. Then you chug another soda. Oh, I gotta pee so bad.
Is this coming from the girl with kidney issues, and she's over here like, I shouldn't be drinking so many sodas, cracks open another Dr. Pepper. I really shouldn't be drinking this, cracked open.
What is the deal? I'm gonna talk about something personal, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is the deal with your bad luck? You get in a car wreck and you're all mangled up, and you're like, okay, I'll be fine now, right? Nothing bad could happen, right? Then all of a sudden, your stove explodes. How the fuck does your stove explode?
No. Okay, so do you want to know the series of bad luck happened?
Yeah.
Where it all started?
Yeah.
So when I was around, I want to say 1920, my dad started losing his eyesight. I ended up having to take care of him. It went from that to his blood pressure. It went from that to his kidneys. It went from that to, well, his kidneys started to die. And the only reason why is because he's a chronic drinker. So my dad ended up killing his own kidneys without realizing he was killing them. And when that happened, it was like, okay, I wasn't allowed to get a job because somebody had to be taking care of my dad. So what I would do was I would babysit nonstop. And then it went from that to my dad getting everything personally and mentally and physically wrong with him to a 5-year-old giving me lice at the age of 20 to then me having to cut off all of my hair to then me meeting my fiance to then a year into our relationship, actually not even a year, a month before our 1-year anniversary, us getting into a car accident, which gave me 3 herniated discs. I have my hips, which I have to pop in and out just so I can go ahead and sit for long periods of time. And then I have my shoulder, which is dislocated but was popped back into place, but then also popped out at the same time. So I can't exactly lift over my head with my right arm unless like it's being stretched by either a machine or a person.
Wow.
I then ended up also finding out that apparently I inherited some of my dad's kidney issues because I ended up with my kidney on my left side almost failing because I had a doctor screw up and almost kill me because he almost shut down my kidney because he messed up on the surgery because I had stones and they weren't stones. They were like fucking boulders building inside of my goddamn kidney.
Wow.
And then from there, that's whenever I moved over here. I met Sparky, which is yay, you know, got my pup. And then somehow a giant hole ended up inside my door, which is a long story. And he ended up underneath a house. And then I moved over here into this trailer, and which I live in like a little trailer house. And I was cooking, and the next thing I know, it says your microphone is not picking up any sound.
It is.
That's what it was telling me just now when I was looking at your screen. And then just now, like I said, with the whole stove, what happened was I was making mashed potatoes, which I learned anytime I'm making either fried chicken or mashed potatoes, something goes wrong with my goddamn stove. Oh, and speaking of which, before I even got into that car accident, I was making fried chicken that night, and my stove caught fire in my apartment that I was living in at the time. And me and my fiance went to go get cleaning supplies at Walmart at 2, 3 a.m. back when I used to work nights at Walmart. And it ended up where, like I said, it was really bad because I ended up We stopped. We stopped before the red light. We ended up seeing the yellow light. We probably should have gone. We probably really should have gone because we saw the yellow light and we were just joking around, playing around and everything like that. We saw the yellow light and we stopped because there was nobody coming. It was the middle of the goddamn night. We were just sitting there in our car joking around about every single fast food place that was around us. And I pointed at the Taco Bell right across from us. And I said, one day I'm going to go eat at this shithole. Next thing I know is we're being rear-ended on my side. And I remember blacking out for about 30 seconds to a minute and coming to, and it just seeming like everything was a blur. But just still over here in this house, what happened was I was making mashed potatoes because we were going to eat fried chicken and mashed potatoes. And I was in the middle of making mashed potatoes, warming up the water for the mashed potatoes so I can go ahead and put the potatoes in. And all of a sudden, my stove caught fire. And I was like, what the hell? So I ended up, pouring what's it called, flour on top of my stove and everything like that. And I was like, okay, I'll use the other burner. So I went to the other burner and everything like that, right? And next thing I know, it started with like a small little pop, 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 right? Like as if like something was down there. And I was like, okay, it's probably nothing too bad. Because, like whenever there's like a little bit of grease, like it'll make like a small little popping noise.
Yeah.
Like if it's like on like the burner itself. Well, apparently the wiring in the stove was messed up. And from what my landlord and from what the maintenance guy said is that the stove wiring, like on the inside, was either messed up or if not, it was from the actual stove itself that was messed up. And it made this pop noise. And next thing I know is I feel like I had just been had like a freaking grenade thrown into my goddamn.
Wow.
Lightheaded. I'm feeling like as if like everything just like died around me, and the whole time I'm freaking out because I can't hear. And now to this day, I still have issues where I cannot hear.
That sucks, and it's all because people don't know how to take care of, like, they want to be cheap bastards and not actually fix their tenants' problems.
So now my landlord gave me this really nice stove, or the ones with like the really nice glass top where nothing can leak through.
Yeah, he of course he's going to. He's trying to avoid a lawsuit.
So
this is
so
literally
they gave me the really nice stove.
This is literally what he said. Oh, don't worry. We get you a nice stove. You say nothing, you get nice stove. You say something, we take stove back. You no cook no more. You take nice stove, and you're like, yes, I'll take nice stove. And he's like, good, okay.
Basically what happened was my fiance was like, we'll go ahead and we'll offer them, some money because this house has had issues with the lights flickering a lot because of like electrical problems and everything like that. And so we're looking at trying to move like again, but like not to like sometime next year or if not the following. Well, like I said, we're looking into that, and it's so funny because it started with the lights flickering, right? And we almost had an electrical fire here. Maintenance guy fixed it. And then it went to the stove, and now the lights are flickering again. And I'm just like, something's fishy here.
The lady next door is running a meth lab. She's got like extension cords all taped together with electrical tape. That's how you run 4 burners off 1 plug.
I know, right?
She turns all the burners up. We're cooking now. Your lights are flickering. You're like, what the fuck is that?
And see, and it started to get annoying because my fiance's like grandmother was like, "Ooh, it's the ghost! It's the ghost!" And it started to get annoying because after a while, like whenever you're sitting in the goddamn house by yourself, and at the time he was still working, he was like barely just getting on to days, and like you're sitting in here by yourself, and you're just like, "What the hell is making that flicker?"
You're like, oh god, we're all gonna die.
And the whole time Sparky's running around doing exactly that, going like that.
I heard that.
And he's sitting there, he's crying because he doesn't know why the lights are flickering.
You're right, and you're like, is he seeing a ghost? Oh my god, he's seeing a ghost that I can't see.
And I'm just like, I'm gonna die. There's probably a demon in this goddamn house. Demon, can you see me?
Chucky comes out, and you're like, oh, it's just you.
Oh, okay, never mind. Just another midget. Hi, Mom! It's so messed up because it's true.
No, I would take, if I found Chucky, and I would take him to that museum owned by those ghost people. The ones that saw...
Warrens?
The what?
The Warrens?
Yes. And I would have them put him in a cage, and he could be there at the museum, and people could, like, talk to him, and he could cuss people out all day. It'd be fucking the greatest gimmick ever.
Fuck you, you piece of shit.
Okay, note to self, don't bring your kids here anymore. Fuck you and your little dumbass looking kid too. Hey, the animatronics in your doll are really rude. Oh, that's not animatronics, no. He did a sacrifice one night so he wouldn't get killed by the police. He's certifiably a murderer and a killer. Wait, what? Yeah, the only thing keeping him from murdering you and me is that cage with, like, the 5 locks. Like, don't stick your finger in there.
Oh, to make sure he doesn't have a weapon. He can't escape that way.
Could you see him? Could you see him sitting there, like, at night, just like, this is boring as fuck?
He's over there all looking at Annabelle like, sup, pretty lady.
You know what would be the scariest thing, though? Getting there in the morning, flipping the lights on, reading your mail, doing your normal stuff you do when you open your business in the morning, going,
And Annabelle's all in his cage.
Yeah, with a note that just says, guess who found me? Guess what I did? You'd be like, oh, fuck, he's out. Could you see him, like, drenching gasoline everywhere, and they're like, what are you doing? Those artifacts. And he's like, fuck it, I'm more worried about Chucky. And they're like, Chucky? And he's like, don't worry about it. And he tortures the whole place.
My dog is something retarded. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Because my dog yesterday managed to go ahead and get his jaw stuck in the freaking fence.
How?
So he decided to try to bite through the fence to see if he can go ahead and go play with the other dog, and he got his jaw stuck. All I heard was woo, woo, from outside. And I
Is
don't
he
know
making noise right now?
Yeah.
Because you talk about him, and then I hear him, like, get excited in the background.
He doesn't get excited. He's mad at me because I'm talking about him. He doesn't like when people talk about him.
He's a little bitch, then.
He was going to go ahead and try to... Yeah, he is a little bitch.
You hear him in the background. Oh, I am not. It's literally what he's saying. I better be careful because I'm going to go over there one day to say hello to you. And he's going to recognize my voice and go, oh, look, the guy that called me a bitch. All of a sudden be like, ow, get him off me. He's like full-on police dog in my ass. Ow, and you're like...
something else. He is something else. I kid you not. No, sir, stop biting yourself. That is how you ended up with a sore paw last time. No, sir. No, sir.
My cat, though, I have a cat, and my cat, though, she's like chill. Until she starts wanting to play with her toy. Then she brings her toy, and then nothing else matters. I'm over here trying to talk and do this podcast, and all I hear is, wow, wow, wow.
Why are you on the couch with me, mister?
Because he loves the couch.
This is my couch. He just looks at me and goes, and goes back to chewing at his ass. But, yeah, no, so he managed to get stuck. I had to go and pull him out of the fence. At first, I literally thought it was just his paw. I tried to actually pull him, and he started screaming even more, so I realized it was his mouth that was actually stuck, and I had to go in and, like, up, down, down, up, just to go ahead and, like, get him out.
You had to cheat code his ass.
Yeah.
Up, down, left, right, up, down, down, kick,
Legitly,
punch,
yes.
bite,
Yes, I
scream,
had to
scream.
like cheat code his ass. And it was just so funny because afterwards he like licked my hand, or little itty bitty little bits of blood. He gets so mad when I talk about him whenever he does stupid things. Because you do stupid things, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, you do. You know you do. He just stops, looks away like, huh.
That's gay. I got to be careful. I'm not trying to offend gay people.
No, that is for you younger people who are probably watching and like so offensive. No, that's a joke from like back our like high school years because
Yeah.
we're old. We're old fuckers.
You know how old we are? We're going to be in a nursing home somewhere, and we're going to watch some old fucker that's our age fall over onto his cane, and the cane go up his ass. And no one's going to help him. Like nowadays, if that happened, literally everyone in the nursing home would go, "Oh my God, is Jimmy okay?" Literally, our generation is literally going to be staring at him as he's laying on the ground with the cane up his ass going, "Gay! That was gay!"
Or if not, we're gonna be sitting there going, "There's a cane up your ass."
The nurse is like, "Somebody help him!" And we're like, "Gay? He's a faggot."
Okay, so do you remember back in like high school with like the like hazing days and everything like that?
Oh, I got a story about that. Let me tell you this real quick. It's fucking hilarious. So I had a friend. So there was this thing they used to do called a rhino. You'd walk up and you'd knee someone really hard in the ass and it hurt, and you'd say rhino, get it like a
Yeah.
rhino horn. Well, this dude comes up to a friend of mine. Not gonna mention names. Goes up to him, rams him right in the ass while he's standing in lunch line, and or whatever, and says rhino. He drops his tray and everything. Had to get a new one. It was like really. So he's pissed about it. He's very pissed about it. He's like, this fucking asshole. I can't stand this guy. So we're walking and we're talking, right? And
uh,
we both go to use the restroom. I was gonna wash my hands and he was gonna take a leak. We walk in there and there this guy is. He had just unzipped his pants and starts to pee. My friend goes, "Now's my chance." He ran right up on him while he was peeing and rhinoed him. This dude was like, he peed all over the wall. It was everywhere. He was peeing all over the place. He couldn't figure out what was going on. Ah! The janitor must have hated us for that. And then, you know what's funny about it? That kid never rhinoed anybody the rest of the year. It was fucking great.
that is fucking funny as shit. No, so there was this guy in high school that me, Jess, and Vic knew, and his name, we'll just call him Jack for now, right?
Yeah.
But his nickname was Pickles. So he was on like the basketball team, the football team, he was on the baseball team, everything like that, right?
Yeah.
And me and Jack were friends ish, somewhat. He was a weirdo. Um, well, Jack was dared to go through the hazing for the teams, right? And now it's illegal. Back then, back in our days, it wasn't illegal because, people could take a joke or something like that. Nowadays, people are going too far and they're shoving like baseball bats up their asses. I don't know what the hell's up with that. But
oh, the splinters are so splendid. They makes me feel so good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My asshole burns with these splinters. Oh, it's joyful.
but they dared him to go through the hazing. He ended up that night with a frozen pickle up his ass.
So you call them pickle?
So they called him Pickles.
Pickles.
Because it was supposedly like a camp out type thing, and they dared him to go through the hazing, and supposedly, according to what the rumor has it, and what I've asked him, he claims that they shoved a frozen pickle up his ass and pulled it out as viciously as possible. He said it hurt like a motherfucker. He said he doesn't understand why some women like doing things there.
Because they stretch it out first, I think.
I don't know, but that's what he was saying, and
Pretty
I was
sure that's what an anal plug is for. We're not going there on this channel.
Yeah, not well. At least I don't know if you will, but I'm not.
Why?
But
now I want to know what your views on anal butt plugs are.
Honestly, like, I don't see the point in the whole anal thing. Like, that's just awkward. Like, that's just weird.
Can you imagine? Hey, you know what you should do? You should walk into work one day, right? And just be like, walking funny. And when your boss asks you what's wrong, say, "Oh, I'm trying to make it to the bathroom." He goes, "Oh, you're gonna shit yourself?" And you go, "No, the butt plug fell out, and I'm just trying to keep it from touching the dirty floor."
I've had somebody say that at work before.
"Oh, my asshole hurts. I loves it, though, 'cause my booty hole."
No, it was freaking
My
hilarious.
neck, my back, lick my... I'm sorry.
No, it's freaking hilarious. So there's this chick, her name was Sky. We'll call her that, right? Sky. This chick, she was ghetto as hell. I mean, ghetto as fucking hell. She legitly would come in with, like, a fucking dildo in her bag, 3 freaking anal plugs, and, like, a fucking shitload of weed.
Why?
Because she claimed she was going to go see her man after work.
You wanna hear the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life? There was a kid that was on the soccer team as this little kid, and he pooped himself, and he had a poop stain on his backside. So these kids used to make fun of him in school, and they called him Shit Stain McLean. They called him that all through high school. This motherfucker did this not once, but twice, got away with it, and then the third time he got caught. Now, what he did was, as a way to get back at everybody, he realized that they were going to have this event. And they said that it was going to be like a fun day at the end of the year. And that they were going to... there's videos of this shit. He walked around recording this. And people were so busy dealing with their issues that they had no idea that he recorded them. So, you gotta look this shit up. There's a whole documentary on it. He decided that they were going to have a bunch of fruit punch and stuff at this party for the school. So he put laxatives, like more laxatives than you would probably put in anything, in all of this Kool-Aid. And the whole school was just drinking punch and loving it. Delicious. It was delicious. They were having a good old time. And then they started shitting. And the shitting got so bad that the restrooms were all used. People were having to shit in their own lockers, in trash cans. They were shitting all over the floor. And he was walking around recording these poor people. Teachers couldn't even hold their shit in. They were all in the employee restrooms. And he got away with it not once, but twice before he got caught. I think it's
You said there's a documentary on this?
Yes, that's how bad it was. There's videos of the school where there's literally a girl shitting in her own locker, just trying to hold it in because she doesn't want to, like, anyone to see her. She's trying to use the locker as cover and, like, shit inside the locker because all the restrooms are used. And this kid is walking around with his phone camera recording it. And he thinks it's hilarious as hell. He actually went to jail because of it. They called him a terrorist. That's literally what they got him on.
Okay, so what is it called? I want to look this up.
I don't know what the documentary is, but just type in Shit Stain McLean and you should get a bunch of shit on it. I watched the documentary. It was on YouTube. I mean, it was on Netflix at one point.
Okay.
Hold on, you cut out. Wait for it to reconnect.
Oh, no.
There you are. Did you look it up?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, you're gonna see some hilarious shit. The sad part is I watched the damn documentary.
Is it called American Vandal?
Maybe.
It says, in the wake of their first documentary success, Peter and Sam seek a new case and settle on a stomach-churning mystery at Washington High School.
Yes, that's probably what it is. The part that made me laugh was I watched it, was like, that's hilarious. This kid
Okay,
is
I'm
great.
gonna have to watch this. Apparently there are 2 seasons.
Read off one of the episode descriptions.
It says, when senior class Dylan Maxwell is expelled for vandalism, sophomore Peter McDonald begins an investigation that questions Dylan's guilt. Hold on a second. Here's one from season 2. Kind of sounds kind of funny as shit. It says, the brownout.
Yeah, yes. That's exactly what this is. Yeah, watch
It says, Peter and Sam travel to prestigious private high school in Bellevue, Washington, to document the story of a filthy vandal called the Turd Burglar. There's another one called Shit Talk. It says, as Sam and Peter comb through digital clues, they hope a technology glitch might open up some new leads, but low-tech discovery leaves them reeling. And it says, who is the Turd Burglar and why did they do it? Are Peter and Sam still chasing the truth? Or has it been right under their nose the whole time?
Oh, that's great. The puns this guy got to go run with while coming up with this shit. But I have a question for you.
Yes.
Are you sure you want to know the answer?
Not really, but I know you're gonna fucking do it anyway, so go ahead.
So on that note of what we just talked about, I'm gonna call the video right here.
Okay.
We're gonna leave it on a shitty note. You can deal with it, YouTube. But this video is rolling on forever. So
Yes, it is.
I'll post this video, like, subscribe, visit the Losers Club on YouTube, check out their channel.
We had a very shitty video. We're known as the Losers Club. It's the Losers Club with exclamation marks. Or just type in, what's it called, the music challenge, anything like that. We had music challenges. We do music, we do Uno, we do different things like that. We're just, right now we're bored because we can't exactly, like, go out and go see each other because of this whole virus thing. So it's getting kind of complicated.
But Monica can leave and go get tacos whenever she wants. She can't hang out with her friends, obviously, because of the coronavirus. But she can sure as hell risk it for brisket.
Well, no. I can risk it over here where I'm at. However, they live like 2 hours away from me, so I can't exactly risk that.
Oh, yeah, mm-hmm. I see how a good friend you are. You banning your friends for tacos.
You still owe me a Dr. Pepper, so shut it.
Damn it, I was hoping you'd forget about that.
Yeah, this bitch don't forget, especially. Especially when it comes to her caffeine.
Hell no. You ain't gonna just take my caffeine like that. Turn into a ghetto woman.
Nah.
Well, peace out, YouTube.
Bye.